marriage and your discussion of it and how you conduct yourself has been a source of criticism by the left in the past. The facts are it has been. Would you consider a woman as a vice president?
Well, Leland, when I was governor of Indiana, my first lieutenant governor was a woman, an accomplished leader from the state legislature who went on the years since to lead the largest community college system in America. So you better believe it. But if I'm the Republican nominee, I don't want to get ahead of things, but I promise you, we're gonna find that person who is the best qualified, the best prepared, and the most committed to the agenda that we felt called to advance, which is that traditional conservative agenda of a strong defense, limited government, fiscal responsibility, the right to life, and traditional values. So I'd be looking for agreement on those core values, but looking for a person of great character who, in the event that history called, would be able to step in and assume those duties.
I thought you were going to mention Kim Reynolds' name, but I didn't know.
I guarantee you we'll consider Kim Reynolds.
One of the things
Iowa's got an outstanding governor who couldn't be more proud of her.
One of the things that has been said about how you conduct your personal life is you will not eat alone or meet alone with a woman. One of the hallmarks of your presidency, and one of the things that was reported on a lot, was your private lunches one-on-one with Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. How would that work out if you had a female vice president?
Well, that's a very clever question. It really is. Let me say, it's a promise my wife and I made to one another. Didn't think it was particularly controversial. When I was first elected to Congress, I did an interview about the fact that we kept our family close in public service. Somebody asked us about some of the promises we'd made to one another, and I remember I said, well, I'd promised her that I wouldn't dine alone with a woman that was not my wife. And wasn't very controversial until after I became vice president. Somebody unearthed that quote, and it became quite an issue.
You think it's an unfair criticism?
Look, I respect the way anybody manages their marriage, and I never want to feel like I'm imposing my values on anybody. But I have to tell you what we were so moved by was the outpouring of support across the country, as some on the liberal left in the media found a way to kind of criticize us for putting that priority on our marriage. But then I remember the New York Times finally did a poll where they found out that more than 60% of married couples actually thought that was a pretty good idea. And so everybody kind of dropped it. And in the wake of those tragic circumstances around the Me Too movement, it seemed to go away. But I must tell you, however it plays in public, there's no greater blessing in my life other than my faith in Jesus Christ and the marriage that I have with this incredible woman, and the blessings of our family. We'll always put them first, whatever it means or whatever criticism comes.
We did not have you quoting New York Times polling on our bingo card for the first block of this town hall. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.